That's the old screen right there. And that's the new screen.
Artlist.io.
Hey y'all. So today we're gonna be doing a screen replacement right on this broken iPhone 11. So funny backstory, this iPhone 11 actually broke right about a couple months ago when I broke my hand right and I got hit by a car, and the phone also broke along right with the phone. So this phone, as you can see right, is completely shattered right. The screen is completely shattered. And then today I finally got a new screen for the phone, so we're gonna do a screen replacement and we're gonna see if we really like this phone is super repairable. Like this phone is like heavily damaged. Look at it. And I had two recordings for this video, but one of them actually got corrupted. So all you're gonna see to the right is this like top down right recording of me repairing the phone. But hopefully, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and let's get started. Okay, so my goal now is to actually like get into the screen right and lift the screen frame up. So I'm gonna use my metal pry pick right and actually like put it into a little like edge of the phone. And I'm actually going to try and lift the screen up and create like a little space right inside the screen, and then try and like get some space in. And then my final goal is to get a guitar pick right and like actually like put it through the screen right and the frame, so I can start separating the screen and lifting it up from the frame. But because right my phone is so damaged right, this will be challenging because the screen is like stuck to like the actual phone itself. But we're gonna keep trying to get this done. And then also before you do this right, you also want to like heat the screen of the phone right on a hot plate or like a hot pad right for 85 degrees Celsius or 185 degrees right Fahrenheit. As you can see right, I'm really pushing that guitar pick right up in between like the frame and the screen itself right. And because the screen's already broken right, I have to worry about like breaking the screen in it furthermore. So I'm just gonna like try and push it in there. My goal is to get the screen out the phone. But as you can see right, we're finally seeing like progress right. We're actually like getting a screen out the frame and out the phone itself right. It is kind of like broken. Like look how shattered the screen is, completely broken. But also right, when you with this phone right there right, you want to be careful like removing the screen from the phone right, because like there is a flex cable that connects the screen to the phone right at the left side of the phone. So you want to open the phone right from like from the left side, from the right side, and then like opening to the left, like a little book. But if you look right there, but that's me comparing the old screen to the new screen, and then realizing right that like I didn't fully take out the old screen because like the frame of the old screen right is still like embedded in the phone. So that's me coming to realization at this moment. Okay, so now right, we are now unscrewing right the battery connector right, and then our goal right is to use your fingernail or like a pry to like remove the cable that connects the battery to like the logic board. And then once we have that done right, we can then like you can then continue the rest of the repair process. But I don't know why, but Apple makes the screws so small that it's so hard to repair them. Alright, so after unplugging the battery connector right from the phone right, and that means like the phone's gonna get no more power, so we can't get no more short circuits. So now right, I'm gonna unscrew the connector right that connects the screen to the actual phone, and we're gonna remove the bracket from the logic board. And after that, the phone screen and then the actual phone itself will actually be separated. Let me see, and I can see with the repair process. So on our new screen right, on our old screen right, we didn't want to like remove right the camera assembly right and the speaker. So the Face ID, the front cameras right, and that little front speaker from the old screen, so we can then transfer it over to the new screen. That's what I'm currently doing right now. And then after that right, when we get the new screen, then we're gonna put all those things right back on the new screen. But luckily right, my camera is a little bit damaged right, as you can probably tell by my screen. But look, somehow right, Face ID hopefully works. That's what we're hoping for. Alright, so now we're done taking out the old screen right, I'm basically gonna put the new screen on. So now we're gonna work in the opposite direction right, just like work it inverse. So first off right, we're gonna put on the new screen right, and then we're gonna attach the cameras, the Face ID right, and the sensors right from the old screen back to the new screen. And then after we have that on there right, and then we plug in the new screen right, connect the new screen flex cable to the actual phone. Then we're gonna like come back and just work in opposite direction. So first off right, we're gonna connect all of the ports back together. So we're gonna connect the battery port back into the logic board. Then after that right, we're gonna then like start screwing back right all of the cables. I mean all of the covers right to all the flex cables and the logic board. But the thing with iPhones right, so like on the iPhone, these New screws are really small. Like the screws, right, are like really microscopic. So you might see me like struggling with a couple of screws here and there. Like they're really hard to deal with. But after really all that said and done, right, then the phone will be repaired and you just have to close it up, right, and you got the finished product. You can look at it right there. It's like good as new, brand new iPhone 11.
Yes.
This not an OEM screen. It's like the screen, right? The non-OEM screens, right, take a little more power, but like it pretty much like looks and works the same, right? And it's even crazy because like even Face ID works on the phone too. Like just like look at the old phone right to this new phone.
That's the old screen right there. And that's the new screen.